Welcome to the OhHeyVoid Table Read series, where we pitch our pilot to you by performing our screenplay with AI voice changers. Today's episode, we'll be reading Survivors Don't Die, Episode 1, Act 4. If you'd like to read along, you can. Download the screenplay at survivorsdon'tdie.com. Be sure to stay after the reading for some creator insights. Let's dive into it.
Act 4. Interior Sanctuary Welcome Rooms, morning. Yuki gasps as she sits up, panting and disoriented. The events of her capture catch up to her in that waking moment. She glances around, realizing she is the first to wake in a large circular room. Her other teammates are unconscious, but their presence calms her. She inspects her new wardrobe. The gray athleisure wear is soft and comfortable. A digital armband is strapped to her left arm. The flexible screen of the band emits a white number 1 on a red background. Without warning, Ollie stands up from her cot, ready for a fight. The older woman looks around at the others and makes eye contact with Yuki.
You okay, kid?
Yeah.
Zola's hands flail violently around as he wakes, trying to defend himself from invisible assailants. His breathing is frantic before he notices the two females nearby.
Where are we?
Dunno.
G begins to snore from his cot, unaware of his comrades' rude awakenings. Broom. The holograph orb in the center of the room hums and begins to glow. The surrounding lights of the space dim to give a sense of importance to the presentation starting up. Ollie moves to stand next to Yuki as a mother would her young. Zola attempts to shake G awake, but he shrugs his shoulders to be left alone. Zola tilts the cot to its side, and the large man hits the floor hard.
I'm up.
The crew surrounds the hologram orb as it begins to play. Exterior, the Sanctuary Propaganda Hologram, day. A futuristic town square fades into view. The buildings are curved and organic in shape. The street is empty, clean, and well-maintained. Storefronts display their services and workmanship in large windows. There's a shine to the little town that seems manufactured and perfect. Amala von Brandt, the Nuvita Corporation CEO, 60s, stands in the middle of the road.
Hello. My name is Amala von Brandt, and on behalf of the Nuvita Corporation, I'd like to welcome you to the Sanctuary District.
Super. Welcome to Sanctuary. The hologram transitions to the scene of a meteor falling over the Nuvita skyline at sunset. Security footage shows the meteor crashing into a convenience store. The large rock expels a cloud of spores into the air. A survivor, fatally injured from the crash, is laying on the ground. They begin coughing and thrashing. A second survivor approaches to help, only to be viciously attacked by the first.
The last 2 years have been terrible. With the rise in the fungal infection X80, our once immaculate city of Nuvita has fallen to barbaric deaths and extreme violence.
The hologram transitions to security footage on an exterior street. A woman is fighting off a zombie in the park. A second transition reveals a group of survivors taking to the streets with weapons. They are fighting back against the violent infected, only to be turned themselves.
We know you've done what was necessary to survive, and we commend our citizens on your ability to adapt in the face of adversity.
The hologram morphs to a scene of Amala sitting on a bench next to a park.
But now is the time to get back to how things were, to rebuild and reconnect with our once flourishing community.
Two teams run past Amala's bench, kicking a soccer ball.
To let kids be kids, and to join together with other survivors to rebuild what was once our home.
The hologram dissolves to show a bird's eye view of Sanctuary. The residential homes are similar in design and built close together.
In Sanctuary, we've returned to our system of guaranteed, state-of-the-art housing.
Without transition, the hologram flies into one of the streets where two guards are casually on patrol.
We've implemented a security program of neighbours and friends.
3 teams are playing a futuristic version of soccer in one of the yards. A pregnant mother calls out the door to one of the teenagers to come in. The young teen rushes in to find his father and brother preparing to sit down for a meal.
Making it a safe place to raise children and start thinking about the future.
The hologram fades into pixels and respawns a delivery truck pulling up to a grocery store. The store manager scans the delivery of fresh fruits. Shoppers pick out fresh fruits and vegetables.
The Nuvita Corporation has been able to bring back meaningful work, guaranteed access to water, and healthy foods. All are made available to the community by the community.
The hologram morphs to a teen girl in an education pod.
She is engaged in a hologram lesson that portrays whales swimming around her with names and stats tracked to each creature.
Most importantly, we have built a state-of-the-art education facility to continue our children's growth. Without our children, there is no future. So guaranteeing they have the best is a top priority for everyone here in Nuvita.
The hologram dissolves back to Amala standing in the town square, surrounded by other residents.
The road ahead is a long one, but we have a wonderful foundation for recovery. We're all in this together, and we are all very excited to have you.
The residents wave and smile. Super. Welcome home. Interior sanctuary welcome rooms, continuous. The holographic orb projects a spinning welcome home in 3D text. The crew of 4 glances at one another with expressions of confusion.
So we're dead.
Captives at most.
Are we in wait-and-see mode, or are we trying to...
Where's Tim?
It's at that moment the crew realizes they are missing one. Exterior alley near the hive, day. The wall, known to the crew as the Hive, towers over the city at 25 stories tall. Large vents produce a cloud of ominous steam that billows into the air. A wired fence surrounds a desolate parking lot that looks like a giant moat of blacktop around the structure. Tim is across the street from the wired fence. He is hiding behind a vehicle as he evaluates the structure before him. A large ventilation grate a few yards from the main entrance is spotted. It's not producing any steam or smoke. Whoosh!
A hive bee on patrol turns the corner a few blocks down. Tim backs cautiously into a narrow alley and ducks behind a large dumpster to stay out of view.
The hive bee uses its scanning system on vehicles and storefront windows. It gets closer to Tim's hiding spot. Frantic, he taps at his wrist unit, flipping through menus to turn off his thermal mode. A red line scans the dumpster as Tim presses his body against the wall and attempts to remain as still as possible. When the hive bee detects nothing, it continues down the street, turning to the next block, out of sight. Tim watches it go, then turns his attention back to the fortress he knows he'll have to infiltrate. Interior, Amala von Brandt's office, day. The office of Amala von Brandt is well decorated with modern art, large windows, and curved furniture. The CEO is dressed in a white lab coat in front of a large hologram table at the center of the room. She is examining what looks to be digitized 3D brain scans fused with wires and metals. Adam Porter, 60s, is with Amala keeping notes on a tablet. Neither of them wears an armband.
Life expectancy was how long?
76 hours.
The mechanic circular doors open. Amala casually turns off the hologram. Moira Cunningham, 30s, enters dressed in a gray-fitted shirt and pants. A digital armband emits a faint purple light and a white number 6. She places a stack of folders on the desk.
I have the reports. The girl is definitely going to be of interest.
The 4 folders have names and an old photograph of each crew member. Amala takes up Yuki's folder. Adam takes up Ollie's.
They've watched the introductory sequence. Should I continue them through step 1?
Amala points at something in the folder, and Adam makes an impressed face.
Yes, dear. Let's make them feel as comfortable as possible. They may be a little more apprehensive than the others considering how long they've been out in the wild.
Moira nods and leaves.
13's young.
13's a perfectly good age.
Interior, sanctuary welcome rooms, sunset. The crew stand around Yuki's cot, huddled together for privacy and comfort.
What we thinking?
It's definitely high-quality propaganda.
I don't like it.
But say this is real. Maybe we were wrong about what's been going on here.
Why didn't they blast the info over a loudspeaker or something?
Or fix the network with these resources.
Misunderstandings happen in a war zone.
The door of the room slides open and the crew stands up.
Whatever happens, we stick together.
Moira enters with a digital tablet in hand.
Hey, ain't seen no chick in a while.
Ollie and Yuki smack him in both arms. He flinches.
Hello, welcome to the Sanctuary District. I'm Moira, and I'm here to help you with any questions you might
Yeah, where are we?
Didn't you watch the video?
It didn't explain where or why exactly.
Oh, well, you were rescued from the extract zone, and
More
we brought
like
you here.
kidnapped.
I know this might all seem very different than what you're used to, but I'd love to show you around.
Well, let's do it.
Why should we follow you?
Again, I'm Moira. I'm here to get you settled in, so if you'll follow me, we'll get started on the first phase of your integration.
Without waiting, Moira walks down the hallway speaking.
Interior, Sanctuary Welcome Center hallway, continuous. The marble floors of the hallway and the retro green wallpaper are lit with modern sconces. Moira is talking as the crew pick up pace to join her.
The Sanctuary District is the Navia Corporation's solution to the X80 pandemic. Over the last 2 years, we've been able to establish an impenetrable barrier with our state-of-the-art wall. We've been sending recovery drones to collect survivors over the last 23 months.
Why didn't you let people know?
We did. We brought them here.
What about the people you left behind?
The Navita network went down some hours after the outbreak began. It was impossible to contact outside of the Sanctuary District.
Wait, so this is the hype? So you're a
what?
A Zomborg? He's asking if you're a Zomborg.
I'm sorry?
A modified upgrader who's been bitten.
Oh, no. Most of us started out just like you. We were all picked up by the Navita security drones and brought to safety.
They pass by a series of large windows overlooking the sanctuary grounds. One by one, the crew members slow down, taking in their new civilized surroundings. The neighborhood is free of zombies. Electric vehicles move down one-way streets. People buzz about their everyday tasks. No one is dressed in survival gear or equipped with weapons.
Why not put the effort into cleaning up the city?
Well, the Navita Corporation determined that it would be easier to recover a smaller district first. But now that the network was rebooted, we can start turning our efforts outward.
G to Yuki.
Told you we'd attract something.
Wait, you fixed it?
Yeah, we were looking for survivors.
That's wonderful. We're all hoping that we'll be able to use the network to track down others who are still out there.
What about our friend Tim? Where's he?
Moira glances at her tablet for a moment.
I only have records of 4.
We're definitely 5.
I'll have them run another search for your 5th.
Search? He's still out there?
What's his name?
Tim Russo.
He's probably fine, kid. Tim's resourceful.
We have to get him.
Moira pauses a moment as she looks at her screen. Ollie is the only one who notices the other woman's masked confusion. They watch as Moira tap at a few buttons and then looks up with a smile.
I have a team out now. How about we get you to your new home while we wait?
We're housed together, right?
Of course. Follow me.
Moira moves onward. The crew exchange glances before following. Yuki to Ollie.
What if they don't find him?
Then we'll do it ourselves. Promise.
Exterior, street surrounding Hive, sunset. Tim crouches behind a parked vehicle near the fenced parking lot. He watches as 2 surveillance drones glide past. When it's clear, he moves to another car. The car alarm goes off. Tim jumps and runs to hide around the corner of the nearest building. The drones turn around to investigate the sound. The alarm attracts a Hive bee, who joins the 2 drones. They begin scanning the road nearby. Tim takes another glance at the ventilation grate. Surveillance Drone 2 harpoons a cord into the vehicle and sends an electrical shock to disable it. Silence. A rumbling sound draws Tim's attention behind him. A horde of 150 zombies rush down the road, attracted by the car alarm. They look like a wave of bodies toppling over abandoned cars and funneling down the street. Tim runs. The horde joins him a few feet behind. He is leading the horde. Exterior. The Hive entrance, continuous. Tim scales the fence quickly and sprints towards the wall. Seconds later, the horde bursts through the metal fence. They move like a mass of bodies towards the towering wall. The Hive bee and its surveillance drones open fire on the wave of zombies from behind. A flurry of white-hot bullets rain down from the sky. Tim slides to a halt as the wall's defenses are activated. Zombies rush past him. He's now mixed in with the approaching mass of undead. A militarized hive bee is released from the 10th story drone bay, shooting down the zombies in front of our gangly hero. Tim tries to run in the other direction, but realizes he is caught in the crossfire. Light bullets violently zip down from both sides, hitting his chest, back, legs, and arms. He falls to the ground. Zombies climb over him to get through. As they are annihilated by the bullets, bodies pile on top of Tim Russo. End Act 4.
All right, welcome back to the Insider Scoop with me, J-Wall, and my lovely lady.
I'm Amber. Nice to see you all again.
You can't see them.
I can see them in my mind's eye.
Yes, we see your faces. We see. What are you doing?
All right, so let's go ahead and talk about this act. Is there anything in particular that you particularly enjoyed about this session?
I like that they're in this new clean environment. There's like this very sterile place. Yeah, safe, sterile place. I'm kind of curious, this Amala lady.
Yeah.
I'm liking her coming in.
Yeah, she has some suspicious little things that we're very excited to share more of why she's so interested in Yuki. And
yeah, it seems too good.
A little too good to be true, and I think that everyone in the crew is kind of feeling it.
Or if you want to know right now what happens, you can go to the website and download it to Greenlight this series.
Yeah, every download is a vote to Greenlight this project into a fully animated series.
A real TV show.
Go to OhHeyVoid.com. Tell us what you think. We're excited to hear more from you about all the things.
Yeah, stay tuned. See you next week.